Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking for space. It's Butler. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season.
Makes the grab on the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finds his tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Stanford wants to push the pace. Looking to pass. It's Moss. It's complete on the right side. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Thomas back to pass. Unloads it downfield. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Stanford! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man.
There's a live football. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know. Could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Boy, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. Thomas looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, North Carolina State! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. With jet sweep pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a man, it's Moss. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Stanford quickly to the line.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do?
And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
A little screen to the running back. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got it.
And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Well, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right?
Oh, he wants it all. Snags it on the right. Afterburner's coming. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. Looking to scramble. On the run, fires downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. He wants to throw. Finds a man on the left. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They go to the ground.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on the run.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop calmer and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. A 3rd and long coming up here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking the shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
He throws back to the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Behind his big tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cardinals! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Quarterback extends the play. Going for 6. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Looking to take a shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he's already made 1. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down or else they are really in trouble. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Offense set on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking for room, it's Butler. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. The run up the middle, looking for the score. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
And his throw is incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting it forth.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 21 to Vanderbilt. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the incompletion, looking at second down. Thomas back to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Stanford! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point was good. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Thomas looking to fire. Time to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. NC State quick to the line.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and of course they go out and get it.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Pulls it in. Touchdown, Cardinal! And the route is on.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Thomas back to pass. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down pass.
the end of the third quarter. With the score, Stanford 51, NC State 22.
They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they...
Touchdown, Stanford! And the pummeling has started. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Thomas looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. New set of downs after that completion. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Grab near the sticks. It's Concepcion. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. He'll just keep slinging it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field.
Going for it all. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The handoff keeps working on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking with it.
Brings it in down the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.